What's up, guys? Gibbs is back with another replay analysis of Greenzoid2. He is a Challenger 3, playing Standard, obviously, with two of his friends that are Challenger 1 and Challenger Elite, I believe. So it's a Team 3's game, and yeah, you guys can get your replays analyzed by going to patreon.com/Gibbs000. I have a tier for that. Generally, people, like, after the month is over, like, I have to remind them to hop off the tier, because it's like a one-time thing, and then maybe like 3 months online, like, if you want another one, go for it. But so look out for spots opening there. We do 5 a month, so those spots should open here or there. But yeah, on to the replay. Let's get into it. Let's analyze this. This is my first replay analysis in a while, since all the RLCS madness happened, so let's get into it. See what we can find. Alright, face-offs, he's cheating. He's cheating to the right, too, which is fine. Like, if you trust your teammate will win this. Now, these are tough. Like, I'm not gonna lie, but, so usually, like, if it hits the curve like that, let's just do it like that. You can expect it to come straight down. Now, here, you want to look at the white outline on the floor where the ball is hitting. You can see that that's going to hit the curve. So you shouldn't jump there. Always look at the white outline, if possible, when it's near those curves. Especially if it's going straight down. Then you could read that a bit better. And if it hits that curve, it's always going to shoot out on the ground, basically. Or shoot out to the middle. Might pop a little bit, depending on where it hits the curve. So you just got to be a little patient on those and wait for the curve to, like, play the ball and then play it. It's hard to exactly know where that ball is going. So I usually don't jump before heading for those curve shots with the ball. But yeah, so just be careful of that. He grabs the boost, though. A little bit of a bad a pass back by his team here, but it's alright. He rotates back and gets the net. That's a fine jump, because you're just in case, like, your teammate doesn't get it, you want to be ready for it. Now this, he actually hesitates pretty badly here. Now this is not hitting the curve, so you should just keep attacking this ball and try and read it off the wall. He stops right here, kind of. Like, he does a little bit of a stop. So instead, it allows Decryptobear to get the first touch, when he probably would have won that challenge if he would have just kept fully attacking it. Sometimes you just got to trust yourself, like, on those wall plays, and just keep attacking that ball. You'll probably miss more often than not, but, like, if you keep practicing it, then you'll get better at it. And excuse my voice, I'm still sick, so I probably sound like crap. Sometimes it sounds sexy, sometimes it sounds really bad. Right now, I think it just sounds bad. But yeah, let's continue on with this replay. Alright, here he should... Alright, so I would attack that, because you could kind of tell Muller was going to whiff on that. But he doesn't, but at this point, like, he keeps... I have a fly in front of my face. He keeps challenging these balls a little late. So he hangs back. Right there, I would go, though, right away, and attack this ball while it's on the wall. Don't let them get that first touch, because you want to... Because you don't know how good of a shot or pass he'll do. He does get lucky and gets a somewhat block on it, but I would just try and challenge him a little bit quicker. Like, you want to be first to the ball when you can. This is a good shot, and that's a good patience... Like, a good patient play here. You're trying to see, like, if it's going to go up the wall or not. He was just a little bit off angle for his shot. Maybe go, like, a little bit more dead on, so then you can get that goal. Of course, if it goes in the air, then you have a weird angle. But it's probably going to drift in front of the net, so you should be okay either way. But I would just try and go more center for that, so you can get that shot before it even happens. This is a good pass here. It's a nice challenge. No one's here, and it is good to roll it up the wall like that. Roll it up the curves, like, get that in the air. Because if he would have just pegged it off the wall, then it might not have come all the way out to the net. Like, it might have hit one of those cars on the ground, and they could have made a play. So it's better to curve it up the wall when you can. This is a good cheat, too. I might have moved up a tiny bit further, but, alright, like, he's cheating to the left. That's fine. He expects his teammate to hit it. The guy on the other team actually does really bad here, because he goes full speed. Which you never really want to go full speed as that second person. Like, he literally just goes full speed. I'm not sure what he was trying there. You can't really make a play there. Nice save by Muller. I didn't even see him at all in that play. And let's see what he could have done better here. So, the ball dies here. You might want to try and pop it up a little bit higher if you can. Like, I would pop it to the right maybe a bit more, and then you can hook around it and shoot it right off the bounce. Like, keep it away from Muller as far as you can. That might be useful. That's just super awkward here because you expect your teammate to save this. So it turns into an awkward spot. What you do right here, though, as soon as this happens, you drive to the right of the ball. Well, my camera's right backwards. And you just throw it softly to your left. That's probably your best bet. Muller might have had that anyway, but like, you want to try and kill it to the side. Like, you want to try and avoid Muller, but that was a little bit tough because he had to make like a last-second change on that hit. Tough play, but you want to kill it as far sideways as you can, and maybe Muller doesn't block that. But, of course, hindsight is 20/20. A good face-off. His teammate's not cheating, though. So what I would do is I would actually side roll to the left on these face-offs, so then you get that momentum. And if you win it, then you carry your car with the ball, and then you can probably get next touch. So that's always good to do, is do like a side roll or a diagonal roll to that side. Definitely helps. Good clear here. He probably doesn't have much boost. Actually, a nice bump by his teammate. Give him a chance to go grab some boost. So that was smart. Since he was bumped all the way out there, like, sure, he's not back on defense, but sometimes you have to trust your team, and you have to just go grab that boost. It takes an extra maybe second total instead of turning around right away, but it's definitely worth it to have 100 boost in net in case your teammates don't have anything. This ball... Alright, so he kills it there. Right here, I would attack this right away. I would jump up and just try and get a small tip on it, because if you get a small tip, it's going to screw up their goalie, and then Nipples could probably come around and get the goal, like off this soft tap off the wall. You don't always have to shoot. Like here, he's waiting for the shot, when instead, you should know that there's a goalie probably going to attack. Maybe he's waiting for Nipples, but it doesn't seem that way. Like, if he would have attacked a little bit sooner, he could have tipped it along the wall. Instead, he kind of lets the goalie get to it first because he's waiting to get a better angle on it, which doesn't really work. So sometimes just attack that ball sooner. Like, there's been a lot of times in this game where he could have attacked the ball a little bit sooner, which, like, he is a challenger player, so it's a little bit tougher because like, the mechanics aren't there. Sometimes, though, you just got to try it, because if you keep trying it, eventually, like, you get better at it. That's one thing you don't want to do is, like, I even had problems with this as well, is I would only do my safe plays, and then I, like, fell behind in the wall play department. Like, I just didn't learn the walls as quickly as some pros, because they were just doing it all the time in ranked, because they didn't care if they missed, which I sometimes did. And so I would suggest to, like, everyone, like, if you're, like, uncomfortable on a play, do it, because that's the only way to get better at it. Because if you stay, because if you don't do it, then you'll always be uncomfortable at it. So you have to learn it at some point. So why not learn during rank? Because that's probably what you're playing most of the time. This is actually a really good backwards aerial here. So all right. So let's go back to this play. Like, gets cleared. He actually gets bumped, but he uses his backwards momentum to stay in this play. Really smart. Like, a lot of people would have stopped, turned around or something. But if you're going fast backwards, just keep going backwards. Why not? Use that speed to your advantage. So that was actually a really smart play. Like, he couldn't get to the ball either way, but it was a smart idea. I'm not sure what he's doing here. So the ball gets cleared, and he turns on his rear view camera for a second when both teammates are in front of him. Maybe he's trying to figure out where the net is, which is possible, but that white line that he's right next to is actually the post, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, see, that's the post. So, like, on most maps, there is, like, an indicator of where the posts are. And I always forget, too. I never look at the field, but... So instead of him hitting R3 there, he could have just been like, alright, here's the post. I have the white outline, and then been ready to react to this ball. Maybe a little quicker. Instead, he plays it safe, just backs up in the net, which is okay. Like I would have preferred him probably challenge that and let his teammate rotate back. Because you don't want to give Blue a shot there, which Blue could have had a shot, like, if they... positioned correctly. Here again, like, you have to challenge this. Let's go back. So, like, he's the last one left, but you don't want to give Blue a point-blank shot when you don't have to. Now, again, the curve comes into play here, and maybe he wasn't sure if it was going up or not. But I would attack this a little bit sooner if you can and cut off those angles, so Dargan has no shot at all. He does get up, though, like, and does jump here to block a decent amount of angles here. Dargan does get it over his head, though. And I think he missed, right? Did we see that? Yeah, it went high. But I would just try and get out there sooner. When you're the last goalie left, don't be passive in net. Like, if they have a good point-blank shot from your half of the field, because it's going to be hard to save those anyway. You want to challenge those angles when you can. Make them beat you on a really tough angle, like instead of just shooting for a corner when you're playing safe in net, because they have a little bit more room to work with then. Here, just chilling midfield, waiting for his teammates to do something. That's fine. He seems like he's not trusting himself in the air a bit. Like, he tapped a little too much there. Maybe he thought he heard his teammate above him, which is fine. This is a tough play, but what you gotta do is slow down just a little bit on these walls. Like, I do this all the time too. But slow down a bit. Like, right here, you have plenty of time. Like, you know they have a goalie, so the shot's not going in. Check your speed a bit so you can line it up better. What I would probably do is throw this in the corner so you set up a passing opportunity. Or you can try and get it center, but you have to really hit this good. And yeah, he just kind of goes a little too fast at it, but sometimes it's better when you're on the wall, so just check your speed a bit, and you'll be okay. It's going, yeah, just a bit too fast there. Now he's got to fall back. Go, go, go. Fall back, fall back. I think we're dropping a little bit of frames in this video, actually. Hopefully it's not too bad. If it is, I apologize. This is a really poor play, actually. Alright. So he's like the second in command now, because one guy rotated behind him. He hears one guy jump. I guess that's why he stopped. It was probably a better play anyway, because he didn't really have this. Muller actually makes a really nice play here and dunks it. Just pretty nice. Not much he could do there. He was kind of in no man's land. I would just back up, like instead of jumping, just turn around real quick and back out of there. Well, let's continue. Here's just being like the third man, smart play. Right there, though, I probably wouldn't have turned around. It actually works out for him, but let's go back. So, right here, he sees one guy moving up while Nipples is moving back. So, I would probably stay up here. Like, I wouldn't... So, I would turn sideways, maybe, but that's it. Like, I wouldn't turn all the way around, because if Chad wins this ball, then you have a pretty decent play if you're in the middle, especially with no goalie right now, but they actually wind up bumping each other. So it's a good thing he turned around, but Nipples probably would have came back in time. But it did work out for him that his teammates bumped, so he's back. This is actually tough. Like, this play happens a lot to everyone. I don't blame him at all for this, so this is... No, I don't want 5% yet. When someone makes a hit like this... I'll show you. Alright. Once Decreptibear, or whatever his name is, makes his first touch, he flips. And it kind of looks like he's going to lose control. So then you move up, because you're like, alright, now I can make the next hit. But he actually hits it so weak that he can get the next hit really quickly, because he's going to land right behind the ball. And a lot of people get faked out by this. Whenever someone hits it super, super light, while they're flipping... people will go for the challenge, but they land so quickly that they can actually get the next touch really quickly. Like right here, like he already touched it again. Like, oh crap, now I got to turn back around. That's really hard to defend as a goalie. And that's just, you have to figure out what the ball speed is coming off the car right away, which is not easy at all, because a lot of goalies get faked out by this, like even at the pro levels. If someone hits it soft, it's a very good fake. So he gets faked out a little bit there. Luckily, no goal. There, he's just like covering goal line, which makes sense. He's going to push. Didn't get a touch there. It worked out that his teammates were there anyway, but... He was trying to beat the other guy. It looked like he tried to side flip to get a better angle. I'm not sure. His side flip seemed a little off. But he didn't have to touch it, so it's not the end of the world. Alright, cheating up. Bumps one out, that's okay. Bumping... guys here is always good. Like, even if he's like not really in the play, it's always good to be like, hey, what's up? I'm here. Let's bump. Let's piss them off just a tiny bit. Like, if you can piss off the other team, you're probably gonna win the game. So I suggest guys bump it a lot, because that pisses people off all the time. All right, so he cheats here again, but then just misreads this ball. It's probably better off that he doesn't go for this. Like, it looked like he didn't want to go, because he would have just tipped it back and it could have been a shot. So this might have actually just been like, hey, the only touch I have is a bad touch. Let's not even bother. I know I have a goalie, so like if that was the case, that's that's job well done. Now it seems like they're just having a little fun. Let's see if he gets to the deflection. Oh, he jumps a little bit late. Ah, worked out. Oh, let's see this in slow motion. Gets the tip. He goes up. He goes up a little bit late, but he does throw it back to the middle. Both his guys are on his left, so that's his only chance. And let's see this beauty. Chad coming in. Going for the hit. Gets the tip right under Chad, but Nipples there to cover it up. Muller turtle, and he already knows this is going to be a SportsCenter top 10 play. And Nipples gets it just inside the left post. Beautiful play. And by the orange team. Greenzoid2 showing deflections. Like that ball, I probably would have just got up to it maybe a little bit quicker if you can, because Muller probably would have beat it to him if he wasn't turtle. But that was a fancy goal nonetheless. And like when you score a really good goal, guys, like celebrate that shit. Have some fun with it, because they don't happen all the time, and the whole point of this game is to have fun. So if you do a really nice goal, fucking send that replay in to be analyzed, because that's the type of shit that's just fun, and you want to show off a little bit to your friends or to whoever. It's fun. Have some fun with Rocket League. That's the main thing to take away from this whole game. But yeah, that was Greenzoid2. Basically, he seemed a little slow when the ball was bounced off a wall. Maybe try and attack those a little bit quicker. Besides that, it was a slow game. Like there wasn't a ton going on. He was a little bit of that middleman most of the game. Let's actually go to the end of this, because I want to see what his score line was. It seemed like he didn't get a ton of ball touches, so maybe he was a little bit in like last on his team or close to it. Yeah, like he only had 270 points. He kind of let his teammates do the work, which is fine. I mean, like if you have teammates that will do the work, do it up. Like you can't have 3 people hitting the ball all the time, so it's not a bad idea to not hit the ball all the time. And that's one thing people don't realize a lot. So if that's how you want to play it that way. Just sometimes you will have to hit the ball more. So then being more aggressive is a good idea. But in this game, he didn't really have to. There's a couple wall hits where he should have probably attacked sooner. That I would just work on as you play. Try and be a little bit more confident when the ball is about to bounce off the wall. And you'll start learning how it hits more. The curves, though, are always ones that you want to be a little bit patient on. See if it's going to pop or not. Sometimes you can read them, but other times it's really, really hard. Pros mess that up all the time. They try and read it one way or the other, and they just look dumb. So, you know, be careful with those. But, yeah, besides that, this has been fun. And hope you guys enjoyed it. And we'll have some more replays coming soon. And thanks a lot, Greenzoid, for the support. I'll see you guys next time. Later.